So in the last video, I told you a bit about what I've been dealing with over the last few years, breaking away from Brothers Green, all the change and transition that I was dealing with to taking over the channel. And we're gonna get into the future of this channel, the changes coming in tomorrow's video. But one of my main intentions for this little mini series is to hopefully give you some tools for dealing with a big change or transition in your life, because change sucks. It's hard to deal with, especially if you don't know what's going on. And for me, it was a really difficult process, but I've learned a ton, and I feel like, I'm a much stronger person now from dealing with all the things that came up over the last 2 years. So I've sort of been crafting and whittling down my personal philosophy on change, because I think this is universal. Change is happening to everyone, and it's something you're gonna deal with at some point, a big change in your life. And I'm a very visual learner, so hopefully this little guide can help you as a tool for when you're dealing with a big change or transition. And of course, I didn't invent these concepts. They've been talked about and written about for thousands of years. It's classic self-development stuff. This is just my own version on change and transition. So the number one thing that we have to understand for any of this to work is that as we're moving through life, as we're moving through time, everything is changing. Change is constant. The world is changing. The human beings in the world are changing. You are constantly changing. And if you can start to accept this fact and start getting used to this, change is going to come a lot easier to you. We don't want to resist change, we want to lean into change. So when I got to New York, I teamed up with my brother and we started Brothers Green. And that was the beginning of an incredible journey. And it just felt like we were climbing up a mountain. We were super inspired. We had this dynamic creative collaboration, and we were starting to get a lot of success. We were landing new shows. We started our YouTube channel that started growing like crazy, and we were getting a lot of success. We were making money. Things were going really great. And then a few years ago, out of nowhere, I just started feeling confused and unmotivated. And, I was having self-doubt for Brothers Green. It just felt like the growth had stopped. And this is really tough to deal with because, that leads to feeling sad. That leads to being a little depressed. It's very confusing when you have a shift like this when things have been going so well. So what happens is most people, they don't want to accept the fact that, this is happening under the surface. So they want to just keep revving the engine. They want to keep climbing the hill and projecting to the world and to themselves that, everything is all right. I'm still inspired. I'm still growing. I'm still doing great. All to avoid the painful stuff, the stuff that is brewing under the surface. Of course, this might seem like a good option. Why not just keep on climbing the hill? But ultimately, this is going to slow down the change. If you don't accept what's happening, you're never going to get to that next level. Because what we're trying to do is get far enough down that hill. If we keep going into the confusion, into the sadness and the self-doubt, we're gonna find something on the other side. And for me, that was really hitting the bottom of the hill. And this is where all the gold lies, because when you get to the bottom of the hill, you're finally starting to figure out who you are. Like I said before, life is constantly changing. We're changing with it. And sometimes you need to take a deep look at who you are at this point in your life. Climbing up the hill of Brothers Green was an incredible journey, but it also started to form my identity. And that worked for many years. But as I started moving on in my life, I didn't feel right holding that identity, and I was looking for a new me. And that new me couldn't really start up until I dealt with all of this stuff and I had broken far enough away from Brothers Green and who I thought I was. And this journey of climbing mountains, well, that's going to continue over and over again in your life, because life is change and you're going to have these types of ebbs and flows. So the idea is that when you get to the top of the mountain, well, guess what? You see another mountain in the distance and it's even more beautiful. It's got better views, but the problem is
You can't fly across. It's not so easy to get to that other mountain, but you know you have to get there. You can't just turn around, you can't quit. You have to walk down the mountain, hit the bottom of the mountain, and then start climbing up that bigger mountain, that mountain that connects more to who you are at this point in your life.
So the real question is, well, what do you do when you're in one of these slumps, when you're feeling unmotivated or sad or a little confused? Well, number one is you have to just accept that change is hard. Change sucks. It sucks for everyone, but you have to show up honestly. You can't just be someone that you think you should be, or, be someone that you think other people think you should be. You have to show up honestly in that state. So for me, this was huge, just showing up as that confused person that doesn't have his shit together, that isn't confident, because people will be able to help you when you're showing up honestly. That's the only way that other people will actually be able to help you through this. Number two is accepting that a big change or transition in your life takes time. It takes time to process, to grow. Most of us just want things to happen instantly. We want an overnight transformation. We want to go from one job that we hate to another job that we love. But that's not how this stuff works. You have to deal with all of those feelings in between, and that's going to take time. You're going to mental war with yourself. It is not easy, and you need to be patient through the process. And that doesn't mean quitting your job and going on a yoga retreat for 2 years. It just means being patient and understanding that this is a journey. It's a process to really get to the next level. So you have to be patient and, don't just give up if it's taking a long time to actually find what you want. Number three is you gotta read books. Books are so valuable because there are so many people that are much wiser than you and me out there that have had a lot of success, and if they've had success, they've dealt with this stuff. They've gone through change and failures and growth, and there's a ton of people that are really good at giving you tools for handling this stuff. So for me, I read a ton of books in this process. I've listed my favorites below that have helped me through this, and I love, reading books for just personal development in general. But this time when you're really struggling and dealing with a change, it's so important to read and get the tools and the information you need. Number four is start doing more things that you connect to, that you enjoy. If you find yourself in a situation where you're not motivated, you're not really inspired, it's so important to just start doing things that you like, because if you put yourself in situations that are inspiring, this is going to open up a whole new world for you. It doesn't mean finding your next career, but it's amazing what doing inspiring things will open up for you, because you're trying to find out who you are. You're trying to find that next step in your life. And by doing more things that you do enjoy, it's going to open up a ton of opportunities. And do not tell me that there's nothing you enjoy. There's something, I guarantee it. We all like things, just dig a little deeper. Number five is you have to talk to people. You have to network yourself, especially when it comes to a big career transition. And I know this is really hard for a lot of people. For me, this is one of the hardest things, is being able to talk to people about maybe an idea that I'm not confident about. You've got to get your ideas out in the world, because it's just as important to rule things in as it is to rule things out. If you take a meeting and it doesn't go your way, great. Now you know that that's not right for you and you're moving on. And by talking to people and getting your ideas out there, maybe someone directly in your network won't be able to help you, but I guarantee they know someone that can help you. So just get your ideas out of your head and into the world, and good things will happen. And finally, number six, which I think is probably the most valuable, is being able to take a risk. This is a high stakes game when you're trying to figure out what's really right for you in this next stage of your career or life. You're going through transition. Well, you got to follow leads that are rumbling around in your head, and it might not be a smooth path. I think this is the number one reason why people don't figure out what's right for them. They're not willing to take a risk. They're not willing to potentially fail. They want things to be smooth the whole way through, and they never start. That's not how this game works. You have to get yourself out there and take risks. You got to follow different leads that you're feeling. And for me, the last 2 years, full of failures, full of risk taking, probably annoying a lot of people as well with ideas that I had. And a lot of them just weren't right, but it's just as important to rule those out as it is to rule things in, because you don't know what's right. You have to figure that out, and it takes understanding that, okay, I thought this was the right path for me, but it's not. I'm moving on. I'm getting stronger. I'm whittling this down until you do figure out what is right. And again, that takes time, and it takes a lot of risk taking and failure, but the journey is worth it. And if you're all right with it and you just look at failure as another way to learn and get to that next stage, that is the key to the process. So there you go. That's Mike G's 6 keys to successfully navigating a big transition or change in your career, in your life, or whatever's coming up. I hope this video can be a tool for you when you are dealing with stuff. And this is just things that I've learned. I'm not some master. I still struggle with this stuff. I'm still going through change. You think I have this figured out? I don't know what's next. I'm just trying my best and learning along the way and sharing what I've learned with you. And tomorrow I'll actually share some failures that I went through along the path, because there were so many failures. I took a lot of risks and I tried a lot of things. I pursued a bunch of different ideas and most of them didn't work. So tomorrow I'm actually going to share my biggest failure in the next video. So stay tuned.